on this Facebook Live with the fist pump guy over here at Bondy's Toilet. So you're telling me that the customer sees absolutely no value in what you're showing them or telling them about. That's probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And I wonder why. But before I tell you why I think it is, let's get into the depths of why a customer would say that. Well, when a customer says, I see absolutely no value in something, I'm not sure that's what they actually are saying. That's not, I don't know that that's what they actually said to begin with. That may just be the way that you're saying it. That may be what you got. What's up, Jason? Hope you're doing all right. That may be what you have gotten out of it. But if somebody says, or if you interpret something that they say by them saying or maybe specifying they don't see any value in something, there's something else going on there. Especially, look at her. She's over here trying to get my video. I'm not doing your videos right now. You see how she's trying to video bomb me? Go back over there. Thank you, sweetheart. That's my little girl. You know, she had to video bomb me. Go. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. If you're in commission-based sales or any type of sales, and you have a customer that you're dealing with that you think that they don't see any value in something, there's something else going on there. So my first question is how did you explain this particular item, this product, these features? How did you explain it to them, and how did you give them the benefits? Because a lot of times when you're talking about features, if you're not talking about benefits, customers will not see any value in that. I mean, it's obvious. But if you're not talking about it, you're not building value in those things, and you're not confident is the main thing. If you're not confident in what you're talking about, of course the customer's not going to see any value in it. It'd be very hard pressed for somebody to show me a $25,000 watch, though not that I can afford one of those, but I'm just saying right now for me to buy that, right? But if it had a lot of great features on it and you could tell me how they would benefit me, I might be more apt to buy that particular product, right? Now let's talk about safety. There's more safety stuff out nowadays than there ever has been. Toyota's one of those that's on the forefront of safety. So most of our vehicles have new safety equipment. If your customer says that they don't see any value in that, it's probably because, and I'm going to give you the reason, you haven't built any value in it. You're not confident in talking about it, so therefore you're having trouble building value in it. So my thing that I'm talking about tonight is if you're getting interpretation from a customer that they don't see any value in what you're telling them, you're probably not doing it right, or you're not doing it at all. Because it's one thing to walk up to a vehicle and say, this vehicle is $45,000, and you tell them about the headlights and the power seat, and they're expected to buy that vehicle for $45,000, and that's all you've told them about and showed them how it works. So you got to expect that with safety features. You got to expect that with anything. But don't let that be the reason why you can't sell the car. You've got to get better at that. So if you're out there and you're in sales, you got to understand one thing. Customers want to see value. You as a person, when you go buy something, no matter what the price is, you got to be able to see the value in that price, whatever the price is, whatever the product is. So make sure that if you're showing a vehicle, if you're showing a TV, a phone, or whatever the case may be, if you want to make sure that sale is complete, you got to be able to build value in it. You got to build value in yourself. You got to build value in the product. If you can't do that, then you need to maybe practice a little bit more. You need to learn more about the product. Would really help. So oftentimes you go in somewhere and you're asking somebody about an item, they don't even know. You could probably Google it faster than they could tell you. Same way with automobiles. If you're not willing to learn the product and get better at it, you're going to have a tough time selling these vehicles, because guess what? They're only getting more expensive as you go. So that's all I got. I didn't want to ramble too much. I just thought that was kind of astonishing that I heard that. And I wanted to make sure you heard it. And that way, if you're in sales, that you can learn from that, because that only tells me that the salesman either didn't know what he was talking about or didn't build value in those particular differences at all. especially knowing that all vehicles going forward are going to have these particular safety features. You got to know them. You got to know how to talk about them. You got to know how to build value on them. And most importantly, how is it going to benefit the customer? If you can't talk about the feature and the benefit, a lot of times the customers won't see value in it. So make sure that if you're out there in commission sales or any type of sales, that you learn the product, because the more you learn about that product, the easier it's going to be to talk about that product, the features and the benefits with the customer. And therefore you're going to build value in the product, and you're going to build value in yourself. Thank you for joining the Fist Pump Guy tonight on Facebook Live with the Fist Pump Guy. Selling cars the right way, because it's the only way I know. Follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.